the, just the aura of what's up. I'm back. I done cut my hair again, but I yeah, I'm going through a lot. I'm gonna hold you, but I don't even want this to be like a serious. I kind of don't want this to be a serious vlog, like a fucking. Sorry, excuse me, an emotional vlog. Mind you, somebody just gave me this. And for some reason, I feel like it's no coincidence that I just got this. But at the same time, I do feel like it is. I'm in such a weird place in my life. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's funny that I just got this simply because mind you, I forgot I just literally went through stuff. That's how you know I try to stay positive at all the people. No matter what you go through, like I understand we go through stuff sometimes that just don't be making sense and like we can't control our emotions. But when I tell you stay positive, like try, like even if I know it can be hard AF, but try to stay positive. Like that is when they said kill them with kindness, like they play no games with that phrase. Like I legitimately feel like that's legit a thing. Now, just because you killed somebody with kindness doesn't mean you're going to go full throttle ahead in life. So if you are the type of person that can that is okay with the consequences, you know, and not killing people with kindness and actually just, you know, going forward in any type of way that you feel is necessary to get the reaction you want or to get the outcome that you're looking for or whatever have you, then by all means go be that person that's we all have free will to do what we want. For me, I personally feel stuck in just the kill 'em with kindness mentality, and it's not something that I want to do. It's just something that I feel stuck doing. I always have the option to do something else. I'm saying and move differently, but it's just something within me that it just doesn't sit right in me to move differently. So moving forward, I've been staying in the shelter as y'all all know, but I've recently been like just in a phase of I feel like something is coming. Like there's something coming. I don't know if it's a level up or a level down. Either way, it don't matter at this point. I'm just going with the flow. But I was at the shelter. I stayed out a night. Um, and then I came back the following day. And when I came back the following day, they looked like they vacated like the whole shelter. Like the everything was dark. Chairs was on top of the tables. Everything. Nobody was in there. Nothing. Like it just looked vacant. So I'm like, what that, is going on? So I tried calling like the automated system or whatever that placed me there to begin with. And I couldn't get a hold of nobody. I couldn't get a hold of nobody at that staff wise at the shelter. I couldn't get a hold of nobody, in any um like adjoining agencies or whatever that works with them as well. Like I couldn't get a hold of nobody up until I called this one number. It was like I guess their main branch, and I got a hold of somebody there. When I called them, he was like, "This is the second call that we got like this in reference to showing up at the shelter and everything's shut down and everything's closed." And mind you, we kept our stuff in storage there. Like the clients that stayed there, we had our stuff there in storage. So, they was like, this is the second call we got like that. And He was just trying to look to see if he could find a number for me. He found a number. The number was still unsuccessful. Still couldn't get a hold of anybody directly to see like if there was anything going on with my belongings, because I don't know. I just had weird feelings like something was going on that I wasn't fully aware of. So I was just trying to get to the bottom of it. As far as the shelter being shut down, like me having a place to lay my head was a concern, but it was more of a concern of, my belongings at that moment, because number one, my work uniform was in the storage. That was discarded. My, and other things that I purchased so that I could be work ready, because I've been preparing myself to go back into more so of an office like field versus being out here and, not requiring much in a sense of clothes, because they provide a uniform, but they done threw my motherfucking uniform in the trash. So when it's all said and done, it's like, bro, but I did buy a couple of, basic items or whatever, just in case I start a new job. I'm presentable, not a overdose of, different picks, but, just being able to have a couple of things that I could work with what I have, to proceed with whatever field I was going into. Long story short, um, yeah, so I had got in contact with the guy, and he gave me a number that, was unsuccessful, mind you. He was telling me, if I do get a hold of anyone that, works at that location, try to be gentle, in my approach with them and this and that there. And I'm like, be gentle. I'm like, why is he explaining this to me right now? Like, I'm not that type of person anyway. Like, I can be, but naturally, I'm not the type of person that's just gonna come off abrasive, just because I'm going through something. I don't make my problems everybody problems. At least I try not to. So, I'm listening to him and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, I hear you, like, I'm not gonna do that, but you never know how conversations could go, because if, some people have a tendency to not be empathetic and not be understanding of the scenario at hand, in a sense of like, you know certain people that feel like they have an upper hand, staff members, whatever have you, they just feel like they can kind of talk to people any type of way when they're in high stress, when you're in situations like this. But like I said, I didn't get a hold of anybody anyways, and I wasn't, he put that negative thought into my head, but I wasn't even thinking like that. I just was like, I just want to get a hold of somebody to see, number one, is my stuff good, and number two, when do they open up again? Like that was my major concern. So yeah, he just broke that down to me, and I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna do that. He just like tried to put a slide in a little, side comment stating that, oh, just, be gentle with your approach, because that location, like the staffing do have a record of being vindictive. And I'm assuming and he said, in a sense of, when clients are like either just too aggressive with them or disrespectful, whatever have you, they have a tendency to be vindictive and petty about their approach with whatever clients, whether it's not allowing the clients back into the shelter or doing little funny stuff with the clients, treating them some type of way, whatever have you. That's the point that he was getting at. And this is somebody that worked at like the main branch. So I'm like, okay, I hear you, I get it, whatever have you. I thus far have yet to have any I have yet to have any negative exchange with any staff members there. Um do I have I gotten the sense that I may be a problem for certain staff members? Absolutely. Do I feel that I have been disrespected in moments, absolutely, and that's both by clients and staff. However, for me, it's a feeling, you know. And until something is like directly in your face, you never really know. And when I say directly in your face, I don't mean no, punk ass like subliminal type stuff where people is like doing direct and indirect comments. No, I mean like in your face, like up close, personal. You the problem. This is what the problem I got with you is never given that. Or my suspect, you know, perceptions was kind of more so of things that I felt like was being done either behind my back or being done low key in a way just to see if I'm like catching on. And if that's to me is like don't make me catch on to anything because I'm not a catch on type of person. If I got a problem with somebody, I'm going to let you know I have a problem with you. I'm not going to sit there and beat around the bush and do all that. Like nobody has time for that, you know. And even that, like I'm not. I'm in a situation. I'm not looking for no problems. I'm over me being here is a problem for me. Why do I want to be here and be sitting there trying to be problematic? Like no, and I'm definitely not expecting that from no staff members because if anything, you're supposed to be lifting weight off of people's shoulders in a situation like that's your duty. That's your job. It's not your job to provoke anybody or be anything else other than what you are, and that is a mediator. No, you like I'm not moving forward. Wasn't here for all that. So after that day, I went to the gym. The following day, I was heading to the gym, and in the midst of heading to the gym, I because the gym is by the shelter. So I stop at the shelter because I saw like and something told me if I see that garage door open, I'm pulling up because I want to see what's going on. I went to the garage door first because the garage door is like in the storage area. Everything was cleared out. So now in my mind, I'm like, girl, where's my stuff? So I go to the front door, speak to somebody. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? I was here. They was right off grip. The lady was like, oh, we're closed. Da, da, da. Mad energy. Oh, we're closed. So I'm like, okay, I know that. I was here the other day and I tried getting in contact with you, but I couldn't get in contact with anybody here. Your voicemail was full. So I'm just trying to see like where's my belongings because I know y'all shut down. I just came from the back. I saw things was cleared out, and I just want to know where it was moved to. Oh, it was thrown in the trash. Y'all, when I tell you, I'm just gonna take a full break. My bad. I had to punch out for like my full break because I was just gonna take my 15 and keep it pushing, but I was gonna take my full break at this point, and yeah. So like I said, she was just like, oh, everything was thrown out in the garbage. So I'm like, okay, mind you, at this time, it didn't even dawn on me that my uniform was in the bin. Like I wasn't even thinking. Like I was so gone because I was heading to the gym. I was in my own world, mind you. I was just in my own world. Plus, right now I got myself where I'm just working 2 days a week. So until them days come, I'm kind of like absent mentally. When I'm at work, I'm at work. When I'm not at work, I am not thinking about work. Like that's where I'm at in life. So she so she said she was just like, "Oh, we threw it out." And I was just like, "You threw it out." I'm like, nobody could have notified us that you guys was gonna be discarding everybody's belongings if they didn't come pick it up. Oh, we don't have your number. In order to get into that place, you have to go through a system called coordinated entry system. They have the numbers on file. They are in contact with these people. And even so, I've been I was dealing with one of their, because they referred me to go over to like the main branch, and I got signed up. I forgot the man's name, but I had got signed up with the man, and to start helping me look for work. At that time, wasn't much help, mind you. Every job, I didn't have 4 jobs last year. I'm saying, all in the midst of me just finding it myself, but they were supposed to be helping out with like resumes, this and the third. Got there, I already had a resume. They're looking at me like I'm ahead of the game. You know, as far as finding work, they tried to get me set up with Indeed. I already got an account with Indeed. My resume is already in. All this stuff I already do. Like I'm like, what else can you help me with? Was my thing. Bus passes. Can you provide bus passes? Like something? Nothing. They were supposed to be helping me out with the bus pass. Never got there. I wound up getting help with the bus pass elsewhere. So I'm like, and now I'm all set. Now, I'm working, the money's flowing. I can just pay for my own bus fare, whatever. So thank God for that. Well, thankful for that, you know. But yeah, so I'm just like, okay, nobody could have called. Like I understand everybody's under high pressure, everybody got their own things going on, granted, but this is part of your job. Like this is or and I can't really say what somebody's job is. Maybe on their behalf, that's a courtesy to go out their way to call people to get their stuff out of storage. But to me, this is your job. It's your job. We have stuff in the bag in storage, and then we also have stuff that's kept in lockers. The stuff that's kept in lockers is kind of things that you take in and out. You go in it when you're going in and out or whatever. You're supposed to take your stuff. Boom. The stuff in storage is supposed to be safe kept. So, as I'm talking to her, she was like, "Well, we tell you guys, not to leave your stuff here or whatever, that, to take all your stuff." And as she's saying it, I'm not really thinking about what she's saying, because I'm just in the midst, like, you really threw my shit out. like, 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 are y'all fucking crazy? Like, you really threw my shit out. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm just like Miss, are you crazy? Like not her specifically, because I know like she wasn't the one specifically that decided, oh yeah, we're just gonna throw all the shit out. But it was just the way, like, girl, you just the aura of it is what it is type shit, and you're just tossing out people's belongings is not okay. It's not okay. And I understand some people are just looking for a specific reaction just so things could escalate. Granted, not giving you not giving you that. Not giving you that simply because if you want things to escalate, escalate it. Don't sit there and try to get me to provoke something so then all fingers get pointed back at me because I'm the crazy bitch and I just went. No. If you got that much of a problem, escalate it. Simple. So I'm sitting here talking to her or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, so now my uniform is gone. The worst stuff that I had gone. He can't even get to the thing here. Now that I think about it, how are you gonna grab anything, sir? You can't even get to the schedule, the itinerary. I'm on break, unless you want to take a break with me. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, back again. But yeah, so my uniform is gone, and it's like no bullshit. I wasn't laughing at it in the midst of everything that was going on at the time. But I also wasn't down. That's why I'm saying, like, no matter what's going on in your life, don't let nothing bring you down. Because that's the intention. Is to just get you down. But whatever. Um Yeah, so my uniform's gone. My, the little bit of clothes I had there, shoes, like work shoes, my work shoes that I just got for this job. Now I'm here in fucking, part of my language, but I'm here in shoes that's not supposed to be meant for work. I didn't even know I was going to be working today. To be honest, like I was supposed to be coming in for a training in the morning, which I did, and then I was expecting to leave after that. Like I didn't even want to get the hours. Like I didn't even care for the hours today. I just wanted to get the training over with and be out. Like I ain't got no external engagements, like anything else that I need to be doing, outside of like fishing around for other jobs, but ain't even nothing coming to me right now in a sense of work, whatever. So like I'm just not eager to, leave to do any of that. I just didn't really feel like being here today or whatever. But I'm actually glad that, excuse me, that I got the shift or whatever and I'm still working or whatever because it's kind of a nice day. I done cut my hair. I'm bald headed. I'm out. Y'all know I'm good to keep on a hat. Like, but I'm outside today, and is a pretty nice, dull, dim, dreary day. So whatever, it's easy money. And I just had a rescue. Like I can't complain about that either. Usually they don't be trying to send me no rescues, but they send me a rescue or whatever. Mind you, the past couple of times I worked, I think they sending me out rescues. So big ups to them, I guess. But anyways, um, yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, girl, y'all really just threw my shit out in the trash, like it's crazy, and I don't know something that day. Mind you, the day that this must have occurred when everything was getting thrown out, this and the third, I went out. Mind you, I don't even go out. Ever since I've been trying to like be focused and that don't even work. Me being focused and trying to be attentive to what's at hand, I'm saying the money still don't even seem like it's coming in fast enough. I'm saying, and not even just it has nothing to do with just the amount that I'm working because I only picked up part time. I'm not doing full time right now because I feel like if I'm being played with part time and I'm not overexerting my energy, why would I go full time for anybody to be sitting here playing with me even more? I'm saying part time. I feel like the money's coming in, but I'm still dishing it out. Like not to mention the whole okey doke of a loan that I took out that I should have never even took out, but I took it out just because I just wanted a little boost in money at the time, but I didn't even need it. I legitimately, and I was questioning myself, damn, should I take this out? Da, da, da. And it was pretty much like a dare from us, not even a dare, but just like, girl, just do it. Like I was in that kind of headspace. I didn't need it. And I'm saying I just didn't want to penny pinch the way I was at that moment. So I took it in expectations that I was going to pay it off, and I am going to pay it off. But it's a whole okie doke. These people were talking about like a 489% interest rate on a $600 loan. The joke of the year. Are you kidding me? But anyways, like I'm not even really savvy of interest rates and APRs and all that stuff. All I know is 489% interest rate on a $600 loan, bro. Stop playing with me. So anyway, but back to the story. So after I finished speaking to them or whatever, I left from there. Why are you creeping by? I left from there, and I'm just like, all right. So I'm not gonna let this get to me. Like cause it wasn't much I could do. You know what I'm saying they first of all the thing was it was supposed to be a lice infestation or whatever have you. Mind you, the, the last day I was in a goddamn shelter, I literally had just washed my clothes that day. I had washed my clothes that day, and then I stayed out that night. I wound up camping out that night. But I washed my. I was in my storage. It wasn't no bugs or nothing in my storage. And like I said, I had literally just finished washing my clothes. Everything was packed neat, tidy, and good to go. So now, so now, all this is being told to me. Oh yeah, it was a whole bunch of lights. Like we opened up the bins, and it was just lights crawling everywhere. This and that there. And I'm just listening. There wasn't no motherfucking lights inside of my chair. Like I know there wasn't nothing inside of my stuff. Like this was just something that just went and was just thrown out on a whim just because people, I feel personally, just want to like prove a point or dodge a bullet. I don't know. I slightly care, but then I slightly really don't give a fuck because I just don't really care for back and forth games and just being around the bush instead of just getting to the point. Like, get to the point. Like, as adults, get to the point. Like, whatever you have to sacrifice, sacrifice it and just get to the point because it's like, what the fuck? I'm saying you're so scared to sit there and just be honest because it's gonna take a. That's the impression that I'm getting. Like the way motherfuckers is moving is like they're scared to be honest because they feel like it's going to take something away from it. I'm saying I'm an open book. That's just something that just don't resonate with me. Like if I don't care sharing stuff. Like it's never been an issue for me to share stuff. Like I don't feel like it's not something that I struggle with. If I don't share something with you, it's just because I just don't feel like you're somebody worth sharing stuff with. You know what I'm saying? And not because I look down upon you, but nine times out of 10, if I get in a mood like that with you, that I feel like you're somebody that I don't feel is necessary sharing anything with, it's simply because you probably move funny with me. And now at that point, that's like putting you where you belong in my world. And that's not in my personal business. That's you belonging where the fuck you belong. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and have the jokes as in my personal business. No. So yeah, moving forward, so now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the gym as I plan on going to the gym because I'm not gonna let this get to me because I see a reaction being sought out. And I'm just not in the mood to give a reaction. And I'm not in much of a care to give a reaction. It's things that I wanted, things that I didn't get the opportunity to utilize. But at the end of the day, it's things that it's not going nowhere with me if I was to pass out today or tomorrow. Like, can't take it, boo. So I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you about items. Like, no, like no, unless it's like with some real. And like I said, I can't even pinpoint, whether it was really some just shady movement and whatever have you. Even though I feel like that, but I can't always go off of my feelings. That's how I feel. But until something is blunt in my face, it's like, what can I do? You know. And so I was just like, I just want to be able to speak to whoever is above you because this issue that I'm having right now is not with you per se. Even though you are one of the managers, supervisors, whatever y'all titles is in this place, my issue is not with you because I know you're not the one that calls the shots. I know you're not the one that dictates what's going to happen. I need whoever is above you. I need to speak to that person. And I'm saying, and it's not going to get nowhere anyway. They're not going to be able to return my things either. Y'all already discarded it, but it's the principle. It's the point. I'm saying when it's all said and done, you don't have my number on your file, but my number is on file because the system that got me here have my number on their file. When they need to contact me and reach out to me and do whatever they need to do, they do so. I'm saying so you can easily call them to get numbers to people that's staying here if need be. You just didn't give a fuck to do so. That's what it all boils down to. I don't give a fuck about nothing else that anybody's chatting about, like all that. Think outside of the box if that's the case. Like think outside of the box. When it's all said and done, if you needed to really get in contact with me, you would have been able to get in contact with me. Period. Or just put my stuff to the side. Y'all know ain't no lice in my stuff. There's never been an issue with my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it one no in a funny way like that, but I literally just came from the laundromat. I don't be in here causing problems. If you take my existence as a problem, then that's just how you take it. I can't control none of that. That's beyond me, outside of me, and it personally it is not going to change. So I'm just like, girl, I just went to the gym. Like I went to the gym. I jogged. All that energy that I felt that it was about to build, I just let that out on the treadmill. So I ain't have to deal with that energy. I left there. I went, got me a little half sandwich or whatever. Not trying to OD because the old me probably would have resorted to a 4 course meal, just really on some like, child, I ain't got time for this. I'm going to eat that. But that's a little bit like stress eating. Even though I wasn't stressed out, that being my go to after that event is kind of like some depressive, stress eating type shit. So I just went and got a cute little turkey Swiss cheese with everything on it, half sandwich. Went to the library, ate, you know, got my body right back to normal, and oh, we back again. Like it's just it's I ain't got time for the bullshit. Like at this point in my life, I'm going through stuff like I ain't got time. I don't have time for nothing that's trying to take me out of my peace or seem like it's trying to take me out of my peace. And I'm not this that's not for me to, direct anything at anybody, because if you are a culprit, you are a culprit. Only you know you're the culprit. But if you're not, I'm not gonna sit here and point fingers at you, because at the end of the day, I don't. That is your battle to deal with when the time comes for you to deal with. I may not see it happen for you. I may not be a witness. I may not be around. I may not even be alive. But if it happens, it happens. And please do not remember me when it happens as looking at it like a karma thing for you. Let me sleep in peace. If that's the case, do not bring my name up while I'm sleeping. Just take your L and keep it pushing. Like, yeah. So that was my little rant. Child, it was just a lot going on lately. Let me get back to work. Time to clock out. Later.